So it is Nest Day. It is also time for Nintendo Talk. What is up, everybody? Here, Nintendo Guru. Time for the breakdown, Monday through Friday, every day in between. I take the top Nintendo stories of the day. I take 5 to 10 minutes to discuss them, talk about them, break them down, give my opinions on them. So,
here we go.
Coming off the pages of NintendoWire today, they're saying they have an inside source of a new game mode coming to Super Mario Run. This is basically a lot of speculation, and this is kind of where my story yesterday came from about Super Mario Run being yanked down. Apparently, there's some rumors that maybe the app got an update before it was supposed to, and then that's what caused the app to get yanked down off the site. We're still not 100% sure. I guess we'll find out as time goes on. It seems like that could possibly be the case. NintendoWire basically breaks down and explains all that there is about this new mode. It's a new game mode, times 10 run, with the option to load a new mode right from the screen via Play Now option. There's a lot of different things here. There's not really much detail on what it is. There's just some basically talk about like the new app logo, the new icon logo, Mario winking and looking to his left. There's also talk about Daisy being involved in this new version. So I guess we're all going to see. But the talks is that this is all going to coincide with September 12th, which is the Apple event that is coming when it discuss the new iPhone and all these different things. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens. Time will tell. So due to the impending hurricane currently headed towards Florida, Nintendo has issued a statement regarding the Nintendo World Championships qualifying round that was supposed to happen this coming weekend in Miami. Due to serious threat posed by Hurricane Irma, Nintendo and Best Buy are postponing the September 9th and 10th Miami qualifying round of the Nintendo World Championships 2017. We will continue to monitor the situation in Florida to determine whether a makeup event will be scheduled. So that's good and bad. It's good because, you know, Nintendo's taking this seriously and they're like, hey, look, we don't want to put our fans and patrons and all that at risk of getting hurt and, you know, by traveling out into this storm, and it's just uncalled for. There's no need for it. So I give them a kudos to that. But then it's the idea of like, hey, we might not do a follow-up event. Like, this might just be canceled. We might not postpone it. We might not bring it back around. So we're going to tell if we're going to reschedule it or not. That's not, that's going to upset some people. Disappointing, obviously. Obviously, safety comes first in all that it is, and I understand that maybe they can't, you know, go back and do it again and all, but it's just a little disappointing to see that Mother Nature is basically taking the control on this and seeing what happens. But hopefully you guys in Miami do get a reshoot and a retry, and that would be kind of cool. So coming off the pages of CNBC, I'm going legit now. We're going with some legit news here. Toys R Us has hired a law firm as it explores the possibility of filing for bankruptcy. Toys R Us has hired a law firm to restructure its roughly $400 million in debt due in 2018. Toys R Us is weighing filing bankruptcy as the outcome. The potential restructuring comes ahead of the crucial holiday season when the retailer does majority of its sales. So basically what this article is talking about is saying that Toys R Us owes a lot of money going into 2018, but they're also taking a huge major hit from different stores like Walmart and Amazon. It's kind of, everybody knows Toys R Us has been around for a very long time. I don't understand, why they would be filing bankruptcy. Now, I understand, like, they carry toys on a totally different level. It's just not about video games for them. But I know in terms of gaming, when I go there and I buy a game, everything is typically priced a little bit higher, which allows them to do sales and to take advantage of sales and things of that nature. But it's a little disingenuous when you go in and you buy an amiibo for $13.99 and then, you know, a couple months later it's, you know, it's buy one get one or something like that. Like, all the other stores were $12.99, and Toys R Us was always $13.99, and that's the way it is with all their stuff. Like, it always seems like everything was priced a little bit higher. There's never any discounts. There's never any benefit to shopping at Toys R Us. So honestly and sadly, Toys R Us is always my personal last option when it comes to games. I don't buy games there at all. When it comes to like hardware, things of that nature, like, it's the last stop I go for, you know, an SNES Classic. It's the last stop I went for Amiibo. Like, those were desperate times that I would go to those stores just because I didn't want to pay the extra money for them. You know, I didn't want, and I know, like, $1 is not a much, $2 isn't much, but at the end of the day, like, that adds up. You know, and if I buy everything through them, it kind of hurts a little bit. So I only go there if I can't find something elsewhere. Like, they are a last-ditch effort. I look at all the Amiibo cards that I bought where I couldn't get them anywhere else and I had to buy them from them, and they were $1 more per pack. So that kind of stung a little bit. That was always kind of rough, but I hope that this doesn't happen. I really do, because at the end of the day, like, they may not be my preferred choice, but there's something special about walking into a Toys R Us. Always has been. And it would kind of stink to see them kind of go by the wayside, especially since if you do want Nintendo-themed toys, they're really the only game in town. Target carries a small amount, very small, but that's about it. There isn't really anybody else that carries Nintendo toys. So this is kind of interesting to see what it is. But ultimately, like, in the article, they're basically talking about like Hasbro and Mattel, where that's where Walmart and Target and all these stores are really putting a hit on Toys R Us. When it comes to the video game stuff, that's not even brought up and not even talked about. So I wonder if Toys R Us is doing well in that realm, and it's just the actual toys that's really beating them up. But $400 million that's owed in 2018 is a lot of money. Hopefully, we don't see stores closing. We don't see a lot of different things, like employees getting laid off and such. Like, hopefully, Toys R Us can pull this around for everybody involved. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure, slap that like button down below. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Share it with all your friends. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, @NintendoGurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.